All right, so a big welcome to everybody for joining us once again on this weekly market review. All right, I think this is week 30 thereabout. All right, so it's been a complete honor. It's been a complete pleasure, doing this with you guys every single week. All right, and it's been amazing the results we've had so far. Personally, I think it's worthy of note, that at least we've come this far, all right. And I think we should learn to celebrate the little wins, all right. I believe that we should, all right. Let me clear this chart, all right, so that we can do this. All right, so we can have a raw chart to work with. All right, so this is GU, all right. On the daily time frame, GU does not look like there's anything clearly in store yet. All right. However, on the 4 hours time frame, okay, I think we can all clearly see that we've had this. All right. So this is what we're having currently on GU. All right. So we can approach it either of two ways. All right. Let's see. Okay. So I think that means that would be our other block. So by way of entry, I think we should be looking at somewhere around 1.9175. All right. Let me quickly document this. Okay. All right, so 1.9175. All right, that would be one of the most probable entries for a GU sell. All right, along the line of the overall trend. Okay, because as you can see, we've had a break of structure. We've had, as you can see, we've had a break of structure. We've had liquidity grabs. All right, we've had liquidity grabs. There's possibility that we have even some more. All right, this is equal highs right here. All right, so we just want to see what happens when price steps into that other block area. All right, let me quickly see this. Okay. All right. So depending on what the momentum looks like, but I think I would prefer to see something like this. All right, maybe something like this. Okay, so that drop can be much clearer. All right, so I think that would be my own expectation for GBPUSD. So 1.19175. That would be the entry. 1.1975. 1.19175. All right, so let's quickly look at EURUSD. Okay. I think I already looked at EURUSD during the week. All right, during the week. And this was what I came up with. Let me see. 2 hours time frame. EURUSD might possibly not react exactly from that area right now. All right. This is the OB region. All right. That's the All right, that's the order block right there. Okay, so but right now my only concern, okay, my only concern about this is if we do not get some solid bearish momentum or bearish impulse from here, or worst case scenario, somewhere around here, all right, which would be within the vicinity of, let's see, all right, 1.01022, all right, somewhere within that area, all right, we should be seeing some bearish impulse on EU, all right. So, but let's see how this plays out. Okay, let's see how this plays out. I don't want to be too forward yet, all right, but I think this could possibly be what we end up having on Euro USD, all right, on Euro USD. Okay, let's check USDJPY. Do I have drawings on this chart? Let's see. Right. All right. Some of us actually missed this buy on USDJPY. Remember, I told you that for me, USDJPY will only be a sell if it breaks this area, comes here, retests this zone, and then drops. All right. But that didn't play out. Okay. And what we had instead was that, as you can see, USDJPY broke above this high. All right. And after breaking above that high, the expectation would have been, all right, let's see. Let's plot our feed. Let's plot our feed. This is 764. This is 882. All right. 882 gave a really amazing sniper entry. This is the one level, the -1 level. And that would have been our TP5. All right. Which would have easily given, let me show you that quickly. Which would have easily given a 1:14. All right, that would have been a clean 1:14 risk to reward trade, just like that. Okay, but since we were unable to get in on that trade, all right, we want to be able to look for what exactly is USDJPY most likely going to be up to. All right, so let's see. This is the 4 hours time frame. We've seen a break of structure here. All right, we've seen several others around here. All right, where this happens to be another block. Okay. Let's see. Let's just take that entire area as another order block. Okay, and then let me quickly see what this looks like. All right, so we should most likely see something along these lines. All right, for USDJPY, or at least maybe this much. All right, for USDJPY, all right, because the overall direction is still a little bit, it's still quite solid in the bullish direction. All right, let's see what the daily looks like. All right, so let's just see what happens around there. Okay, those are the two zones, all right, either here or here. Okay, but I want to be sure that I get liquidity grabs. Okay, I want to be sure that I see some solid liquidity graphs, which could come in form of maybe somewhere around here, or probably from this moving average. Okay, so that is the expectation. Okay, and we'll just see what USDJPY decides to do during the week. Okay, but this is I think this is my bias. I think USD is solidly bullish. All right. The resignation of the EU Prime Minister gave the dollar an unexpected surge. All right, but it wasn't abstract. All right, it wasn't something that was arbitrary. Okay, it was something that could have easily been seen or identified right before it happened. Okay, so USDJPY, I think we might be looking at 137.116. All right, that's UG. 137.116. All right, where the second option would be somewhere around the second option for an entry would be somewhere around here. Let me see. Somewhere around here. All right, which would be the case if we used this entire move. All right, so we can simply look towards 136.216. All right, for that reaction. So those are the two options. We check whichever one has the most the stronger reaction. All right, and then from there we can easily decipher what to do next. Okay, so that's UJ. All right, I think one of the most common commodities people ask me about also is gold. Let's see what gold is looking like. All right, so this was the gold chart. All right, and I recall that one of the things I mentioned last week Sunday was the fact that for me, I want to see price break above this zone. All right, this was the zone I was looking at. All right, and I mentioned clearly, you can see that this was the arrow. All right, I wanted to see price break above this zone clearly. All right, come for a retest and then push back up, but apparently that has not happened yet. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that as far as gold is concerned, we are still likely going to continue bearish. Remember, I said that the dollar is still kind of arbitrarily strong. All right, unnecessarily. I don't know why. All right, but that's what we're seeing right now. Okay, DXY. Let me quickly show you what that looks like on DXY. All right, this is DXY. I recall that I said I want to see price break below here, come here, and then drop. All right, but on the contrary, what we ended up having was price breaking higher. All right, breaking out higher. All right, let me show you this on the 1 hour time frame. All right, price broke out to the bullish direction. All right, and then we can see that all we did was come back into this other block. Okay, let me quickly show you that on the field. All right, that was 764. If we decide to use this overall move, that was 618. All right, if we decide to use this overall move, so that was what we saw on the dollar index last week. All right, so currently we can also see that we've broken above yet another high. Okay, there's a zone somewhere around here. Okay, there's a zone somewhere around there. We filled up the imbalance. Yes, we're seeing signs of a possible bullish continuation. All right, so all altogether, all of this seems to confirm to us that we can begin to, or we should be expecting some degree of strength on the dollar index. All right, we should expect some degree of strength on the dollar index. Okay, so having said that, let's check AXY, which is the Australian dollar. All right, so this is dollar index, and as you can see, this was a prediction from as far back as 23rd of March, all right, sometime around March, and the price is still following that same pattern, all right. Price is still following that same pattern. I don't think we've gotten to the overall target yet, all right, but like I marked out, I said price was going to react here, all right, but this seems to be my overall target. So we might still see some weakness, all right, some continued weakness on the Australian dollar, all right. We may still see the Australian dollar getting weaker. Let's quickly check the BXY, all right, which is for the pound index. All right, so for the pound index, I was expecting price to get here and then drop a little lower, all right, so that we could come into maybe somewhere around here. Okay, but let me quickly take out this fib. Let me take out this fib. Okay, good. So we're currently at this, around this zone on the weekly time frame. Let's see what the daily looks like. All right, we're still solidly bearish on the daily. All right, so pound, let's see, pound, is there any hope for you? All right, so as you can see, this was 764, this is 882, all right. So I think we can begin to expect some bullishness on the pound, all right. We've broken structure to the upside, we've broken structure to the upside, and this is our 882 level, all right. So I think we can expect to see some bullish pressure beginning to mount, all right, on the dollar, on the pound. So I think this is the 1 hour time frame. Let me see if the 4 hours looks a little better. All right, so on the 4 hours time frame, basically we want to see price break above these highs, all right, and come back for a retest, and then boom. Okay. All right. This is it. This is it. All right. And so that would be my own expectation on pounds. All right. So for pounds, we're expecting strength. All right. But that strength may not be stronger than what we have currently on the dollar. Okay. So be very cautious on what you will do with the GBPUSD trade that I gave us. All right. Remember, there are two zones we're looking at. All right. So when price gets to the initial zone that I gave us, all right, for those who are my VIP students, you already know what entry schematics to look out for. Okay. So if you get that on the lower time frame, then please shoot. If you do not, then chill. There's a second level that price is going to get to, and you can take your entry straight away from there. Okay. Somebody's saying it is not loud. Is that true? Is that true? Do you guys have issues hearing me loudly or hearing me clearly? Please let me know. All right. So I think that's probably on Mr. Iftain's end. All right. I think the audio, Mr. Iftain, please check your audio. All right, but because I think it's pretty loud on my end. All right, and I think people can hear me clearly. All right. Thank you, Miss Ellen. All right. So this is for pound. All right. I think we usually look at EXY as well, which is the Euro index. All right, Euro index, as you can see, this is the worst case scenario, all right, price comes to this level, okay, and then we can see a drop continuing, okay, because we've broken structure here. All right, so the worst case scenario is that probably price comes into 764, okay, and the drop will continue. So for euro, the strength may not really be there, all right, and that's why if you check the euro USD, all right, we saw that it should get temporarily stronger, all right, temporarily stronger. So if it doesn't react from this zone, okay, there's still quite a number of zones that we can get the reaction we're looking for from. Okay, there's still quite a number of zones, okay. This is one of the major zones, all right, that we could be looking out for, all right, for our reaction, which is the 1.06, 1.02630, all right, 1.02630. Okay, so, but nonetheless, let's just see how all of this plays out during the week, all right. Remember, Monday might be a little bit slow, all right, but nonetheless, if you're able to get just one commodity that gives good movements on Monday, then I think it's worth it. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys always ask me about Nasdaq, all right, US100. So let me quickly take that out of the way, because I know of a certainty that you guys are still going to ask me about it. This is the setup on Nasdaq, all right, NAS100, all right, and it is still bullish. Okay, like we talked about during our previous analysis session. All right, so Nasdaq is still bullish. This is still the take profit, okay, but you may no longer be able to find entries at the moment. Okay, you may not be able to find entries at the moment. All right, but let's see how it goes. In the sense that if this happens, all right, you may still be able to get entries somewhere around here. All right, somewhere around there. Okay, but that's what I'm looking out for, okay, on US 100. Somebody said US 500. Let's see. All right, US 500. All right, I think this is what we are having at the moment on US 500. Equal lows liquidity. We've seen price coming to this other block. All right, we've seen price coming to that other block, which is also aligning with the 88.2 level. All right, so so currently we can see that we're still in this bullish movement on US 500. All right, will it retrace soon? I cannot categorically say yet, but I think this is an important area to look out for. All right, that's an important area to look out for. All right, because something could happen somewhere along that line. All right, or if it continues bullish, then I think this would be another area to look out for. Okay, because definitely if price continues bullish like that, all right, then this would be my TP4. All right, this would be my TP5. All right, so price would most likely get to here. All right, and as you can see, there's another block right around there. So that would be my expectation on US 500. All right. So I believe this is clear. I believe this is clear. What other commodities do we want to request? What other commodities do you want us to look at? Just drop them in the group. Just drop it in the group. CAD CHF. I think I did some work on CAD CHF last week. Yeah. So this is CAD CHF. That has been on for about 3 weeks now. All right. But this is CAD CHF. The trend may. Okay. Let me quickly see that on the daily. All right, on the daily, we've broken above this high. All right, so worst case scenario would be that price comes back to retest. All right, so that we can continue going higher. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Give me a minute. All right. Okay. 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 CAD CHF. I think we may be seeing a change of the trend. All right. On CAD CHF, Mr. Ifeanyi, you're asking me which strategy am I using? I'm using my strategy. All right, so we might just see well, Mr. Ifeanyi, if you have attended my classes before, you would know that my approach to smart money is completely different. You know that the way I trade smart money is completely different from what you find on YouTube. So I don't know what name I will call my strategy, but I just know that it's price action. All right, so this is beginning to look like this. Let me show you guys what I'm seeing so that maybe some of you that are my students will understand why that is like that. Okay. And if that ends up playing out as a QML, all right, on the 4 hours time frame, that's on the daily time frame, this would be a bearish continuation QML. All right, that would probably bring us all the way back to this other block, or maybe somewhere around here. Is that clear? Who was it that asked about CAD CHF? Is that clear, please? All right, let's move on. I think the next one is AUD USD. All right. This is AUD USD. All right. For me, I think AUD USD is still quite bearish. Let me remove this. So as you can see, this is 0.764 right here. This is 0.764 right here. So probably somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. At which point we would have all right. At which point we would have this. All right. So, but that's if price gets to my take profit 5. Okay. So when price gets to this region, all right, either of these two regions, I want to check for lower time frame confirmations, but I think that the probability of that playing out is actually quite high. All right, such that we would most likely have this as a convergence. All right, and then price can go lower. All right, so I think that is clear on I think that's clear on AUD USD, right? Who asked about AUD USD? Is that clear enough? If it doesn't get to my order block, then the question I should ask is why would I be trading? Why would I be taking the trade? You know, you asked that will I still take the trade if it doesn't get to my order block? I don't have a reason to take that trade if it doesn't get to my order block, because unless if on the lower time frames, maybe during the week, I end up doing my refinement. You know, these are just higher time frame order blocks. All right. During the week, before I take my own trades, I refine the order blocks to something like the 3 minutes. All right. I refine it all the way to like the 3 minutes before I take my trade. All right. It showed a doji on the 4 hours or on the daily. Which one? No, Mr. Skittles, I've not yet. We've not done USD card yet. All right. If it is 4 hours you're looking at, all right. If this is the candle you're referring to as the doji, is that it? Or is it this one? Which one are you referring to as the doji? Is it 1 or 2? All right. The current market price has formed a doji. Well, a doji is not a reversal pattern. All right. It's not a sign of a reversal. Okay. And sincerely, as far as I'm concerned, that trade would be much safer if it is happening from my Fibonacci order block, because price has slightly broken above this zone here. All right, just slightly, slightly broken above this high here. So for me, I think I would want to see, if at all I'm going to take the trade from here, then probably I want to go to the 5 minutes or 15 minutes and then check for something real. All right, maybe on the 15 minutes. check for something like this. That's if I'm going to sell on from that area. All right, because I would want to see all of that get taken out, then a retest, and then price goes all the way down. So if I'm not getting that, then I don't think it's a safe trade to take. All right. Not just the break of structure, it should break structure, it should break the trend line, it should break the moving average before anything happens in that regard. Mr. Ayobame, please, whatever you'd like to say, please type it in the group so that it can be addressed. All right, the next one is EURAUD. Oh, all right, no problem. All right, EURAUD. Let us see, EURAUD. EURAUD did me dirty last week. Although one of the reasons why this wasn't really a big deal for me, all right, was because when price came into this area, all right, I already had that inclination that there was going to be problem. Why did I say that? This order block had already been tested into here, all right. So for price to come back to that order block means that the reaction was not going to be as solid as it was supposed to be. But nonetheless, you know, I'm not sure if I took this on my real account. I'm not sure. But I know that this was what my outlook was, all right. But they chopped my eye, all right. They chopped my eye. All right. So the market wanted to make an way out of me, but we bless the Lord for his security always. Okay, for EURAUD though, I'm thinking nah. Does hammering a wall 3 times make it stronger? Mr. Goke. Does a wall become stronger when you hammer it 3 times? So the answer to that question is the answer that you have been looking for. All right, this looks to me like some sort of equal lows kind of liquidity. All right, this looks to me like some kind of equal lows liquidity. So trust me when I say that price will most likely still drop lower. All right, price will most likely still drop lower. All right, so Mr. Justin and Mr. Goke, please pay your tithe for this free thing you people just learned now. Pay your tithe. All right, so let's see price come into this region and then something like that. Let me. Okay, that's 764. So this will be 882. So let's see what that ends up looking like. Okay, so that would be somewhere around EURAUD. All right, that would be 1.47. Sorry, 1.47027. All right, 1.47027. That would be the area of price to watch out for on EURAUD. All right, somebody asked about USD card. What's going on? Why is USD card loading slowly? All right, so this is USD card. Let me remove all these jabajantes. So last week we saw price break here. All right, we had equal highs around there. Price broke it. All right. Let's zoom out and see what that area was like, because that means most likely that price broke the equal highs. All right, to tap into an order block. All right, which would be verified here. All right, let's see that on the 4 hours. All right, so as you can see on the 4 hours time frame, there was an order block right there. All right, there's an order block right there. All right, from this week on the 4 hour time frame. All right, so somewhere around there was the other block that price tested into. Okay. All right, so currently this reaction that we're seeing, all right, I wouldn't want to say that it's a clear sell for USD card just yet. All right, because right about now we've also seen that on the 4 hours time frame, this structure that has gotten broken could mean that we see some reactions from here. All right, could mean that we get to see some reaction from there. All right, or okay, sorry, let me quickly address this. All right, and this would be most likely the second zone. So probably we get something along this line. Well, Mr. Goki, I don't trade candlestick patterns, so I'm not sure I can answer that question. All right. I don't bother myself about candlestick patterns. Okay, even though I know them, all right, but it just doesn't do it for me. So I know what works for me, and that's what I try to stick to. And then we'll see that there are equal lows here also. All right, equal lows here, huge momentum candle here. All right, so that simply increases the chances of price taking out these lows, all right, doing this. Yes, since USD card is bullish, since DXY is bullish, USD card might be bullish or should be bullish, all right. But remember, we didn't look at CXY. Maybe we should take a look at CXY now. All right, so this is CXY. I think this is the start of the other block on the daily or on the weekly time frame. All right, that's the start of this other block. Okay, and okay, and that aligns with the 0.882 level. All right, this is 0.882. So there's possibility that we're bullish on the card. All right, from the weekly point of view. Okay, as you can see, this is 0.882. So we could be a little bit bullish on card. All right, at least probably till we get maybe somewhere around here. All right, which would be around the 77.47. But I think for USD card, I think that's my initial bias. Let's see what price does when it gets to these zones. All right, either of these two zones. All right, if it gets to this zone, it might decide to do a much higher move, all right, break higher than the current structure. But I think that altogether, this should be a very good zone for a reaction. Either here or here should be very good zones for reactions. All right, have I addressed your question, Sophie? All right, sorry, Skittles, have I addressed your question? Yes, for a buy. All right, good. GBP JPY, CAD JPY. All right, let's quickly take a look at those. CXY is the CAD index. Is the index for the Canadian dollar. Wow, my GBPJPY chart is quite rowdy. All right, so we've seen this big impulse. We've seen price come into it and react. Let me check on the daily. All right, the daily is still saying we should be bullish. All right, and we have a very slight divergence. All right, okay. So no wonder. All right, for me, I think what I would be expecting on GBPJPY. It has to be a clear break. All right. Okay, it has to be a very clear break. Okay, so that price can retest into maybe this OB, all right, maybe somewhere around here. Okay, after taking out all of this. Okay, so that's my own opinion. Okay, and this would give us something along these lines. Okay, so either 764 or 882. We could get a reaction around either of those zones, all right, or either of those prices, all right, in order for us to go higher, all right. So have I addressed your inquiry, Sophie? All right, let's do CAD JPY. Let's see CAD JPY. All right, we have close to the same thing on CAD JPY. All right, but I think CAD gave me some a fairly better chance. All right, I think I shared the trade on CAD JPY in the group self. In fact, I think I did that. So let's go to the daily, the 4 hours, and see daily. We're bullish. 4 hours, we're bullish. Price has broken above this high, above this high, above this high. Came back for a retest somewhere around here. Somewhere around 764 of that move. Right. Or yeah, 764 of this move. So which means that I think the bullish is confirmed. However, I think let me see. The 764 of this move is confirmed, all right, but not the 764 of the overall move. Okay, so that means that we might still see prices coming to this other block, all right, which I think for security reasons, I would prefer to mark like this. All right, because most likely when price gets to that level, okay, we should be getting a convergence. We should be getting a convergence. All right, so if at the point where price gets into this zone, all right, if we're oversold on the Stokes, all right, then I would definitely be in for a very solid buy from that zone, okay? So Sophie, have I addressed your CAD JPY as well? All right, you're welcome. I think Mr. Goke is typing. So quickly, let's take one last commodity. All right, it's already past 10 p.m. here. All right, and I think I just got out of 2 different classes, so I need to rest a little. All right, GBP Chf. That's where patience comes in. A trader that cannot be patient cannot consistently make money. All right, because the way the market is designed, it is designed to take money from the impatient and give it to the patient. All right. So all right, this is GBP Chf. I think I just got out of a session. Like I said, I was in a class recently, and they talked about GBP Chf too. And I think that for me, GBP Chf is a buy. All right, it's most likely a buy. But I want to see what price ends up doing in the next couple of hours. Okay. So I think for me on the 15 minutes, I would like to see price do something like this. All right, before I can confirm that, yes, this is definitely going to be bullish. But you know, we've seen what price has done around this other block here already. All right, we've seen that. Okay, we've seen what tends to look like a bearish reversal QML. Okay, we've seen what seems to look like a bearish reversal QML. Okay, so I want to just be certain. All right, so that's why I need to see this second break of structure, you know, that gives me the clearer view of what to expect. All right, such that we would have broken out of here. All right, broken out of maybe here. All right, broken out of here. Okay. So is that clear, Mr. Goke? All right, beautiful. So do we have one last commodity, or I think we should wrap up here? I think we've done enough for today. All right, so guys, take note of the entry points. All right, I'm going to be looking for my setup of the week. All right, I have not given out that yet. All right, so maybe when I'm more relaxed and I come back to the chart with a refreshed head, all right, I can spot out which commodity will be my commodity of the week that I will be focusing on, and just scaling my entries on throughout the week. All right, so probably if I find that and I'm in a good mood to share, I will talk about it in the group. If I am not, then I will remain silent and drop a loan, since majority of you guys have been doing that behind my back. All right, some of you have been carrying the offering, to pass my front. The Lord forgive you. All right, so guys, I think this is where we're going to wrap up for tonight. It's been a big deal having all of you guys. It's been a pleasure having all of you guys. I really celebrate you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, so we're going to be wrapping up here. All right, my name remains Adetola Freeman, and I am the lead instructor and CEO of Easy FX Academy. It's been a pleasure having you guys. Have a fantastic trading week. Have a beautiful, profitable trading week, and God bless you in all that you do. All right. Good night and God bless you. Peace. Bye-bye.